What is up, my mates of YouTube? My name is Aussie Marcel, and in today's video we're going to be looking at Giorgio's Wings for Men, a classic men's fragrance, and one that doesn't get spoken about enough. So if that sounds good to you, let's get into the video. If you've ever smelt Wings before, this is an affordable men's fragrance that's most often, and I think correctly, compared to Nordica Classic, also just known as Nordica. Nordica Classic is up there with my favorite Nordica fragrances simply because it just smells like you're wearing clean clothes. It's not too complex, it's very safe, agreeable, and versatile. The only problem is that you're looking at about 4 hours of performance tops with maybe 5 sprays. Wings, on the other hand, actually has very solid performance, but there are some flaws with the product, let's say. So for starters, the box that the fragrance is contained in typically gets scuffed really quickly. It could just be that this is a much older box, but this is one of the flimsiest boxes that I've ever seen. The print on it wears away, as you can see there, even on the corner. It's wearing away, chipping away. And another issue, more importantly in fact, is that the fragrance actually leaks out of the bottle. Now, if you go online, people regularly talk about this. I've only worn Wings on maybe 3 occasions, and that's how much of the fragrance has leaked out of the bottle. So, all things considered, aside from the obvious flaws, you should be able to see some liquid on the bottle. You should be able to see some liquid on the atomizer right there. So, aside from the obvious flaws in the production of the fragrance and the bottling process, I think this is an incredible clean clothes style fragrance, and Wings itself is a little sweeter and definitely longer lasting than Nordica Classic. So Nordica Classic you can pick up for about $15 Australian for 100 ml of the fragrance, although I wouldn't be surprised if it was inflated to $20 nowadays, whereas you can get from Chemist Warehouse a 30 milliliter bottle of Wings for $19 to $20, depending on how often you are going to wear it. I still think that maybe despite the lack of performance with Classic by Nordica, it's likely the better value for you. Although Wings, on the other hand, I find is a little more complex of a fragrance. In the opening, it kind of reminds me of jasmine green tea, just ever so slightly, but with much more vibrant citrus and fruity notes. Get some geranium. And then in the base, it's musky and ambery, and then I just want to show you again. Look at that right there. It's leaking out. Yeah, you get the musks, you get amber. It's definitely an older style of men's fragrance and perfumery, but I think it smells beautiful, especially after a shower, and the performance is really solid, like 6 to 7 hours with 3 sprays. I'd also be remiss not to mention the 2 different kinds of oak moss in the fragrance. It's a very mossy fragrance, but it's also quite sweet as well. It performs significantly better than Nordica Classic. It's just a little more expensive. Now, you can go on eBay and find the larger bottles of this for about $25 Australian. I've seen them at about that price, but I also have seen them a little more expensive there as well. Honestly, if you're looking for an upgrade from Nordica Classic, let's say you love the clean clothes style of fragrance, that kind of warm, almost soapy quality of Nordica Classic, the versatility, but you're looking for a fragrance that is more performative, then definitely check out Wings. Don't let the old school style of packaging fool you, because I find it to be one of the better old school style men's fragrances, and it doesn't get spoken about enough. Anyways, you're gonna have to let me know in the comments below what you think of Wings. I think it's a solid fragrance, especially for that price. Let us know in the comments below, and until the next one, my name is Aussie Marcel, and I'll catch you guys around.